All right, right here, as you can see, it talks about all of the average payment amounts that go out to different groups of beneficiaries. For example, average disability SSDI payment, $1,630. That's taken into consideration the 2.8% COLA. The $2,071, what is that? That is the average retirement benefit across the board. Average retirement benefit. Now, as you saw there in that screenshot, the average retirement benefit in 2025 was $2,015, but it went up $56 because of the 2.8% COLA. So now the average retirement benefit is $2,071. It's going to continue to increase. That continues to trend higher on a monthly basis. Now, it's only a little bit. It only trends higher by like a couple dollars per month, but ultimately it does continue to trend higher. So we will continue to see that number going up, and realistically by the end of the year, wouldn't be shocked at all to see that average retirement benefit just under $2,100. I wouldn't be shocked at all to see that, okay? Now, you might be wondering, what about this $4,151 payment? What's that all about? Yep, that's the maximum benefit somebody can get who is collecting their benefit at their full retirement age. The maximum they can get. Now, this would also assume that that individual maxed out their earnings over the 35 years that Social Security uses to determine somebody's benefit amount. Remember, what do they use to determine somebody's Social Security benefit amount? They use their 35 highest years of income. In other words, somebody would have had to work a minimum of 35 years. They would have had to pay in essentially the maximum amount into Social Security payroll taxes for 35 years to cap that out. Again, $4,152 is what that comes in at. Now, in 2025, it was $4,018. So that went up by, I don't know, what is that? Whatever the math is on that, $130 or something like that, roughly, because of the COLA, right? So that's that. Now, what about this $5,251? I'm going to say this much. It's not going to be the last time you see this, okay? You're going to see this out there. Other people are going to talk about it. It's going to be out there everywhere. And this first round of these payments are going out this week, okay? Wednesday, to be exact. It goes out. Anyway, what is this? This is the maximum amount anybody can get on Social Security. Now, let me tell you the parameters on this because it's not easy to get this one. To get $5,251 from Social Security right now would be honestly very difficult. Only a very, very, very small percentage of people actually get this. It's like a teeny tiny percentage of people get this. It's only a few thousand people collectively that actually get Social Security that get this full amount. And it's somebody that had a very high income for basically their entire life. So basically what they did, they worked 35 years. They maxed out their earnings, as in they paid in the maximum amount of Social Security payroll taxes for 35 years plus, okay? Any years above 35 years doesn't really matter, honestly, because they just take your 35 highest years of income. And then not only that, but they also waited until the age of 70 to collect their benefit. So they built up all of those delayed retirement credits on top of their benefit by increasing their benefit check by an extra 24%, 8% per year times 3 years, 24%. Actually, in that situation, it'd actually be a little bit more than that, but you get my point, okay? For easy purposes here for this video, that's what that'd be, a 24% raise because of the delayed retirement credits, which is 2/3 of 1% per month, and it averages out to 8% per year. That's what that's all about. So with that being said, very small percentage of people that actually get the $5,251, but that's the new amount. Now, in 2025, the maximum amount somebody could get was $5,108. So it went up by, what's the math on that? $143, if my math is right on that. I could be off by a little bit there, but it went up $143 because of the COLA. So these people getting the maximum benefit of $5,108 in 2025 got a $143 increase to their benefit because of the 2.8% COLA, and now they're sitting at $52.51 a month. A month. By the way, that is, what is the math on that? $63,000? No, 62. Yeah, it's about $63,000 a year. That's nuts. Check my math on that, by the way. I'm just quickly running some mental math here, but it's about 63 grand a year. Not bad, right? That's more than some people earn by working 40 hours a week throughout the course of the year. And people are collecting that right out of their, well, I was going to say their mailbox. It's not their mailbox anymore. direct deposits, people are getting that right out of Social Security in the course of an entire year, just paid to them out of their benefit. That's amazing, right? That's incredible. But again, remember, it's a very small percentage of people. Anyway, these are some of the key numbers you're going to see out there a lot, okay? Now, I don't know, 10 days or so ago, give or take a little bit, when I was out the first couple days of January, I had a live stream, and I was talking about 10 major changes coming into effect right here, right now in January. In fact, this press release right here from Social Security is literally where I got all those numbers from. This is obviously a screenshot of the press release that I wanted to share with you, but in this press release, if you just look through it, it has all the numbers that I shared with you in that live stream. And I said, get ready. You're going to see these numbers coming out